Has the hierarchy of power changed in the DC universe? It feels like forever ago, maybe because it was 15 years ago, but back in November 2007, The Rock first announced that he was going to play Black Adam. Now, in 2022, after the release of multiple DC Universe movies, one of which even being connected to Black Adam in 2019 Shazam, Black Adam is finally here. But does it recharge the fizzling battery that is the DC Universe movie series, or is it all thunder and no lightning?
Little thunder?
Stop it.
Little lightning?
Stop it.
Now, you might be asking who is the character of Black Adam and what's the difference between Black Adam and Shazam?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
The general summary is that much like Billy Batson, Teth Adam was given the powers of Shazam by the wizard Shazam. However, rather than being a traditional hero, Black Adam is an anti-hero, similar to that of the Punisher, as Black Adam doesn't hold back and he's powerful enough to face off against Superman. Personally, Black Adam is one of my top 5 favourite DC villains and heroes, and to say I was excited for the Black Adam movie was an understatement, but what's the wait like 15 years after the first announcement? Directed by Jean Collet-Serra, who did Jungle Cruise, The Shallows and Orphan, the film is set in the fictional city of Kahndaq, which is similar to that, say, of Egypt, where the people are oppressed under foreign military rule. Black Adam is awakened from his near 5,000-year slumber to find that the world isn't the same as it once was. Now awake, Black Adam dishes out his own form of justice and immediately catches the attention of both the Justice Society of America, or the JSA for short, and the people of Kahndaq. Now, as soon as Black Adam is awakened, the action starts and it rarely slows down, with scenes that felt like they were pulled straight out of that Smallville fight from 2013's Man of Steel. Black Adam had moments where both the audience and I were cheering with the brutality on screen. Now, it is only rated PG-13 or M if you're in Australia, which is the average rating for a comic book movie, but Black Adam does have some moments where limbs are removed, goons are vaporized, and yes, a chuckle is given. Obviously, we've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the role of Teth Adam or Black Adam, however, the supporting cast here actually improves the film. Aldous Hodge as Carter Hall or Hawkman is both commanding when on screen and as the leader of the JSA, but also has some moments of humour similar to that of Jason Momoa's Aquaman. Quintessa Sindel and Noah Centero as both Cyclone and Atom Smasher are new recruits to the JSA team, providing some decent comedy relief during action-packed fight scenes and a little bit of romance here and there. However, Pierce Brosnan's Kent Nelson, or Dr. Fate, steals the show whenever he is on screen, and it goes to show that this former 00 agent still knows how to act. And anytime Dr. Fate was on screen, I found myself physically sitting up in my seat. Being a superhero movie and a rock movie too, there's a load of over-the-top action to be had here, with our first introduction of Black Adam being electrifying. Yes, I'll show myself out. But if you have seen 2019 Shazam, then you already know what powers Black Adam has, but you've not seen them used like this before. Now, after catching the attention of the military forces that occupy Kahndaq, Amanda Waller calls in the JSA to basically bring in Black Adam. While the action is a key component of Black Adam, mention has to go to the costume department and soundtrack. Lorne Baff's Black Adam theme has a powerful yet fearful theme to it, similar to that of, say, Bear McCreary's God of War theme, while Curtin Bart's costume design for Black Adam was a standout. Now, there are tones of Deadpool in Atom Smasher's face mask and expressions, with also Curtin Bart doing the costumes for Deadpool 2.
I got a timeout! God, bad blood, right in my open eye. Oh.
Hawkman's wings were dominating when they were on screen. Cyclone's outfit with her bursts of colours whenever she was on screen, it worked really well with her abilities. Dr. Fate's glistening and reflective beauty, which complemented his magical abilities, was fantastic, and also we have to sort of compare Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate together, as the first, magical superhero we saw was Doctor Strange, and the magic in this is done differently to the magic done for Doctor Strange. Now, the set dressings and the visually loud characters of the JSA were all completely opposite with how Black Adam and his outfit drew the eye's attention. Now, while I can say yes, Black Adam provided a much needed recharge to the battery of the DCEU, or the Worlds of DC as they call it, there were some areas that felt a little bit flat for me personally. While Black Adam and the JSA take the center stage for Act 1 and Act 2, Act 3 does fall a bit. Sure, while the action scenes in Act 3 are entertaining, the main villain and their plot sort of feels like an afterthought to Black Adam versus the Justice Society of America. The Rock is also, well, The Rock in some scenes during Black Adam. And sure, while he's not acting like Maui or Frank Wolf from Jungle Cruise, there are moments where he doesn't seem to be acting like the anti-hero of Black Adam. We've seen The Rock pretend to be Danny DeVito in Jumanji: The Next Level, which was fucking hilarious in my opinion.
What?
But during some scenes in Black Adam, it was just The Rock in a superhero outfit. Thankfully though, these moments in the film don't linger for too long, because as soon as the scene started to feel a bit stale or The Rock didn't feel like Black Adam, Pierce Brosnan and Aldous Hodge were back on the scene just to basically steal a bit of the spotlight and get straight back into the fights, which I thought worked really well. Now, my final gripe with Black Adam might be more of a nitpick, but Black Adam wasn't necessarily portrayed in any negative way at all, really. Where in my experiences reading the comics, Black Adam can be somewhat near the Marvel comic book character of Magneto. You, as the reader, or if you're watching the movies, understand that Magneto is the villain, but you can understand what his motivations are, and you can see yourself potentially siding with him. Where the same can be said for Black Adam in that he'll have no hesitation for killing or protecting the people of Kahndaq, but here in the film it doesn't really have any negative portrayal to his character at all. Even his origin story, while heavily inspired by the New 52, just like 2019 Shazam film, it has been altered to make Black Adam a bit more likeable. Black Adam also doesn't overly feel stuck up like he has in some previous iterations too, and he acted more like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, being a bit clueless to the modern world. The film does, however, bring up a great point when the Justice Society of America arrives in Kahndaq trying to bring in Black Adam, which is a point that was touched on previously in Batman vs Superman, of heroes entering foreign countries and trying to enforce laws. Now, the topic thankfully isn't forced down the audience's throat, I'm looking at you Marvel, but it's handled rather tastefully and also managed quite well from both supporting characters and The Rock's Black Adam. That being said, Black Adam is a fun popcorn flick that not only has a fantastic multicultural, diverse cast that's also supported by the great Justice Society of America. Yes, while it does feel a bit like a generic Rock action film during some moments of the film, Black Adam does provide a jump start to the dying battery of the DCEU. And with a decent first entry into a hopefully growing Black Adam mythos and continuing into the DCEU, I hope we get more films like this, and hopefully we don't get them within 15 years of each other. And for those of you wondering, yes, you'll want to stay around for the mid-credit scene.